This presentation describes how to manually delete a DataStage project for all versions of DataStage. Sometimes in DataStage, problems arise where a project cannot be deleted with the DataStage administrator. All versions of DataStage have a local repository located on the system that DataStage is installed on. At version 8 of DataStage, there is also a database repository named XMeta by default that is located in a separate DB2, Oracle, or SQL Server database. This presentation will show how to manually remove the project from both the local repository and from XMeta. This presentation uses dsprod as the project to be deleted. The first step is to remove the project directory from the operating system level. Move the directory to a new name in case you make a mistake and need to move it back. Once you have successfully removed the project, go back and remove the saved copy. In the Unix and Linux example, the projects directory was used. Next, type mv space dsprod space dsprod.old. For Windows, either use the move command to rename the directory or use Windows Explorer and rename the directory. The next few steps require that you work from a DataStage engine prompt. cd to your $dshome directory, where $dshome is the path to the DataStage DS engine directory. Next, on a Unix or Linux system, source the DSENV file to set up your DataStage environment by typing /DSENV. Next, start a DataStage engine shell by typing bin/uvsh. You must be in the DS engine directory to do this. Do not attempt to run uvsh from within the bin directory. If you have run everything correctly, you will see a greater than prompt, as in the example on this slide. Once at a uvsh prompt, remove the project entry from the uv.account file. The engine commands are the same for Unix, Linux, and Windows. Note that the uvsh prompt will type everything in uppercase automatically, so you will need to hold the Shift key down to do lowercase letters. The project name is case sensitive. If you are not sure of the exact case or spelling of your project name, type list space uv.account. This will list all your projects. Look for the project you want to delete in the list and get the exact spelling. Once you have that, type delete space uv.account space project, where project is the name of the project to be deleted. You should get a message returned that one record was deleted. The final step is to clean up the project file from the local SQL files. The verify.sql command will take care of the cleanup for you. At your engine prompt, type verify.sql space schema space project space fix, where project is the name of the project you are deleting. You should see a message saying 2 errors were fixed. Once this is complete, the project has been successfully deleted from the local repository. Type quit to exit the engine shell. If you are on version 7 or lower of DataStage, the project deletion is complete. If you are on version 8 or above, you will now need to make sure the project is removed from the XMeta database. You will need the DStage wrapper script in order to manually remove a project from the XMeta database. In version 8.0 through 8.1 FixPack 1, you will need to call Information Server Technical Support to get a copy of this script and install instructions. Version 8.1 FixPack 2 and version 8.5 both ship with a copy of DStage wrapper. It is located in the Information Server /ASB node /bin directory for Unix, Linux, and Windows. For simplicity, in this section of the presentation, The Unix and Linux syntax for DStage wrapper is used. The Windows syntax will be exactly the same, except the DStage wrapper command ends in a .bat instead of .sh. The first step is to list out the projects to see if the one you are deleting is in XMeta. There are times when the project is only left in the local repository and not in XMeta. You will need to determine if the project does in fact exist in XMeta. Change directories to the information server /ASB node/bin directory. Using the DStage wrapper command, list out the projects and check to see if the project to be deleted is in the list. For version 8.0, the command is /dstagewrapper.sh --query quote select x.name x.hostname from x in ds project end quote. For version 8.1 and higher, you will need to add the -user and -password arguments. If you are not running the command on the domain server, you will also need to run the -domain argument. At version 8.5 and 8.7, put backslashes in front of each double quote as displayed on this slide. Find your project in the list. If it exists, note the exact spelling and case of both the project name and the server name. Once you have the project name and the server name, run the DStage wrapper command with the -delete project option. Make sure that you put the server name in exactly as it appeared in the list output. This includes both the case of the project and server name and the use of the long server name versus the short server name. For 8.0, the command is dstagewrapper.sh -delete project server project, where server and project are the server and project name exactly as they appeared in the list. For version 8.1 and higher, you will need to add the -user and -password arguments. If you are not running the command on the domain server, you will also need to run the -domain argument. If the command finishes successfully, you will get a prompt back and no output. You must run the list command again to verify that the project was successfully deleted. If the project or server name is wrong, you will not get a message back, only a prompt. If the project is no longer in the list, you are finished. If the project is still in the list, it means that a typing error was made when you entered the server name, project name, or both. Go back and verify the project and server names and try the command again. You can help improve the quality of IBM Education Assistant content by providing feedback.